Dwayne here, PhoenixTypewriter.com. Got a Woodstock here on the bench today, and before I start cleaning and servicing this, I need to repair it. So number one, the return arm was bent down, so I got that all fixed. And the back panel was bent and out of its place from probably just from some storage and abuse in that way. But it's also got a carriage bind problem, so when I hit shift, it's binding on the carriage lift. This is very similar to the Underwood Model 5. It's got kind of the same mechanism down here, right here, that does the carriage lift. And I know on the Model 5s, I've seen this assembly bind up before. It was always related to the ribbon selector, so I tried that and it didn't make any difference whether it was on black or stencil or red. So I kind of eliminate that as the problem, but it's hard to tell where this is binding. And so I kept troubleshooting it and looking, and I was able to eliminate this as a factor, because if I lift the carriage manually, it does it, and this bar is not active when I do that. So I know it's not related to the bar. I know it wasn't related to the shift levers themselves, because I already eliminated that as a potential binding problem. So it's definitely up here in the carriage assembly. And I looked at this pretty good already, and I couldn't figure out where the bind is. So it binds right there, and once it gets past that point, it goes, and it comes back down, makes a little jiggle right there. So I got to looking at all these brackets in here, all these pivot points, to see what's happening. Also some clearance points, right here on the carriage, where it goes up and down, looking right in here and on both sides here. And in fact, I thought I had it. I thought this was rubbing right here. Right, there's an adjustment, and it's rubbing, catching on this piece. But that was not the culprit, because I took that apart and it didn't change anything. So what I did find out was, when it comes to lifting on this side, I get to that point where it binds, but this side is still free. You can see it moving up and down. So it's this side, when I hit shift and it binds, that it's on this side of the carriage. So I'm getting it narrowed down to this side. And then after, I don't know, I was probably 10 or 15 minutes into looking at this, it became plainly obvious the problem. And we're looking at it right now. You probably can't even see it. But let's take a look and see. Can you see what the problem is? Doesn't look like a problem. Everything is working, but it's not. If you look real close, right here, and if you look real close, you see a little scrape mark right there. This piece should be standing upright like this piece, and it's bent over. So this is going to be a pretty simple fix. That piece right there is bent, and all we need to do is straighten it out, I bet. So let's get in here and maybe put a T-bender on this. I don't want to break this piece off. Okay. Okay, so that's it right there. Left a little war wound right there. But I bet you no more bind. Nice and happy. So that's how this particular bind is repaired. Pretty simple. Just have to troubleshoot and figure out what's going on and then resolve it. Alright, time to finish the rest of this job up. This job's going to get a chemical flush of the type segment here. The type faces get really cleaned up. Just to clean the surface. Looks like a pretty good working machine right now. But we're going to give this the rest of the service it needs. Alright. Phoenix Typewriter. Good day.